it's a phrase that was coined by sort of James Hill, but it's a technique that's been around for a very long time in sort of blues circles. And effectively we rock between two chords, or maybe even rock out to three chords and back again. What it does is it adds variation and adds interest to what otherwise would be a boring chord on one side of that swing, if you like. We're going to use the 12-bar blues in the key of C, and I'm going to teach you how to make the C sound a bit more interesting and the F sound a bit more interesting. And I'm not going to touch the G7 or anything else at this stage, but there's a lot of other things we could do to it. Here's the simple stuff. We've got a C chord. We have an F chord. We have a G7, F or F7, and C. They're the chords we're going to use. Now, in its sort of vanilla sense, or vanilla form rather, the C chord's going to sound like this. Pretty boring, and then it's going to go to F. Also pretty boring. Back to C, G7, F or F7 in this case. A bit of a turnaround, and back to C. So that's okay, but it's just a little bit dull as far as I'm concerned. So what can we do to spice up that, the C chord and the F chord in particular? So we can take our C and we could alternate or rock between C and C6. So perfectly acceptable. In fact, when you do that quite quickly, it sort of almost sounds a bit George Formby-like. It's sort of... Okay, that's perfectly acceptable. We can go to the F chord then, and we could lift off our fourth string. Back to C. And that's immediately made it a little bit more interesting. We can go a lot further though. So let's take that same idea of C to C6, but instead of taking this hand off, let's leave that C on with our pinky and come across and play the A on this string here. So previously we lifted off and got the A on that string, but now we're going to play the A here on the fourth string. So I'm going to go C, C6 over there. And what you're hearing is that fourth string going from G to A and back to G. You're hearing that note come through really clearly. So and when we go to the F chord, instead of lifting our finger off, if we actually put a ring finger down on a D, which would look like a D minor. So we have our index on first fret rather, on the second string, and we come across and we fret both the second frets of the fourth and third strings. We have our D chord, D minor chord. So if we lift that ring finger off, go back to F. Okay, getting more interesting. Let's keep going. Let's take our C chord, look at our C6, but let's add, with this finger, the first fret on the second string. Now if you have a look at that, it's actually an F chord. There's our A, there's our F. We don't have anything on the C string, it's open. And instead of having an open A here, let's put our pinky down on that third fret. So we can just keep our pinky there the whole time now, and we can go C to F. And you can just keep your fingers down, your pinky finger down, but alternate between C and F. And we go to the F chord, just play the F D minor. So now we're rocking between C and F and D minor. We can keep going. We can take out F and we can rock that third chord in now, which would be by slipping up this finger on the 4th string from the 2nd fret to the 3rd fret, taking your ring finger, which is not being used, place it on the 3rd fret of the E string, and take this index finger off. We now have 3rd fret, 1st string, 3rd fret, 2nd string, nothing on the C string, and 3rd fret on the 4th string. It's a hollow sounding C7. All right? We use that after our F. So we go C, F, F, that's a C7. And we now, you can see if you watch your 4th string, we're walking up that 4th string. So it sounds like this. Now when we get to the F chord, we stay on our F, D minor, but now drop your pinky down on the E flat, which is the 3rd fret on the C string, after the D minor, and you've got a F7. So we're going F, D minor. It's actually F6 we go to. F6, and there to the F7. Back to C. G7, F7. Okay, whatever you want to do at the end. That's rocking the chords. Have fun, spice up the what otherwise would be boring progressions. See you later.